Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, Talk Tuesday. We're here at the Straight Road. It's beautiful out today. Sunny, nice. Very anti-February, but I'll take it. And as you can see, they're in fine form today. Weather gets a little bit nicer and the dogs get a little bit friskier. Nova! Today, wormy worm. Come on, let's go. Nova! I don't want to know what you were rolling in. It best have been snow. Just saying. Okay, we've got 14 today. Whoop, stick. Dodge weave. What do we have out there? We've got Bailey running around with Luna, Stella, Iskra, Maggie, Cosmo, Archie, my two, Kronk and Rowan, Hamish. We've got Newton and Arosa, who's being my shadow. She's hiding from Rowan. Because they were playing and then he got fixated on her. So it's basically, that means all he wanted to do was play. And she was like, okay, I played. Now I want to go smell things. Let's go. Oh, good job, bro. I know you're trying hard. Kronk's not around to help you though, so it's going to take a little more effort. All right, so yeah, this is us. It is very strange. I'm in rain boots as I've been for like the past, I don't know how many weeks. I've only snowshoed once this year. I haven't been able to take them to our winter spot because we need a good like 2-3 feet of pack before I can snowshoe on it, because there's fields of raspberry bushes that we like go through, but we go on top of, right? Because it's winter. Iskra out. Good girl. Yeah, good job. Good job. Okay, there's the pets. Okay, go. Yeah. The one downside to Cosmo, out. Get going. Gross dog. The downside to filming is that I can't get treats. Hi. Hi, how's it going? Good boy. Okay, go. Oh, funny kid. Nova in front. She's like, but Arosa gets to stay behind you. Why do I have to go in front? Yeah, so that's sort of where we're at this morning. I had a couple of questions that I thought I would talk about in this week's Talk Tuesday. And I'm racking my brain trying to remember them because, of course, I didn't write them down. Bailey, that's a hard no. Thank you. Nova, that no is for you as well. Yes, thank you. Oh, crazy Muppet. So Iskra and Maggie have been really getting on today, which is pretty funny. Oh, he found his sister. And I know from the outside that looks a little rough. But as long as that's both their play styles and they're not getting too over-engaged, like you see a lot of back and forth, a lot of loose body language between the two of them. Oh, Maggie's like, we forgot our person. See those two too? Luna! Thank you! Oh, look at that. That's not normal. And Arosa's like, pardon you? That is my boyfriend. Cosmo, why must you be so gross? Reasons. Good boy, Kronk. Nice play bows. So, like, when you see that kind of... This is actually a really good body language lesson, guys. You see a lot of play bows, a lot of wiggling, and you see I've got everybody in pairs, right? And talk about rough play, these two. But again, they're both into it. I know that Arosa will speak up if she's not happy. So I'm, like, not worried about stuff like that. Cosmo! Out of the field! Thank you. Tucker, don't even start. All that to say, now the zoomies will be more. Right? You see sort of everyone going on the zoomies, but then this is Tucker's problem. He'll stop. Hey, Mish! It's done. He doesn't want the wrestling part. He just wants the chase part. Oh, and we've switched up now. We're Rosa and Maggie. So this is perfect. This is like what I teach in the pack. It's like in pairs. You guys can play in pairs. There's never 3 or more. Zoomies being the exception, right? Like if the whole pack is on a zoomie, I'm not gonna fuss about it. But Luna, Truly, Hamish, I don't care what it is. It's a no. Oh, look at that. I even pointed you guys in the right direction while I was saying that. Go me. You didn't get an up-close view of grass. Very excited for us all. Okay. So yeah, no, that's sort of that was the perfect section of walk right there. It's all downhill from there. No. But ideally, like on a normal walk when I'm not talking to my phone and you guys, Kronk and Rowan. Oh, poor Megs. Thank you. Where's you in front. Hamish McBean? Uh-huh. With your new haircut and your floopy ears. Oh, I love when he gets a haircut. It makes me so happy. Oh, chaos. Thunderdome chaos. That's what we call these two playing in the backyard, is Thunderdome. Oh, Iskra, don't get in the way of that, honey. He will take you out. Well, even Kronk's in fine form today. Must be the weather. So yeah, I've talked about it in previous Talk Tuesdays. It's like dogs have different play styles, right? And even at different ages, they have different play styles. It's one of the reasons we got... Hey! Luna! That's 1. You only get 2 today. Move it. That's why we got a puppy when Kronk was still younger. It's a lot easier to get a good bond. Iskra, not your play. Well, you deserve that. Yeah, I know. That you prodded a shark and you got a shark. Sometimes she bites off a little more than she can chew, figuratively speaking, of course. Anyway, so yeah, circling back, I always do them in 2s. Because it's much healthier play, like it's much more reciprocal. Often if you get 3 or more in like a wrestle play, it goes downhill pretty quick. Can be different if the dogs have known each other for a really long time. They're really close friends. They have a lot of trust back and forth. Different. But even though I've had Luna! Getting kind of tired of saying your name, honey. Thank you, good girl. Oh, Iskra, like, I'll take care of that for you. I've lost track of what I was saying. And Paris. Oh yeah, so if the dogs know each other, they're really, really close. They've developed a relationship, and I'm talking over months/years, then you can maybe get a healthy group wrestle on. But generally speaking, after a little while, as one gets more tired, as they get more engaged, as they get more hyped up, then you start to see it shift a little, and one dog always ends up being ganged up on. And then that's why I only in pairs. And I mean, it's easy enough to teach them, like you saw them. They all knew the rules and they adhered to them pretty easily. It's just like another simple one is like they know they're not supposed to be in the field. Now, do they mess up? In winter? Yeah. In summer? Not really. Like when the crops are there, it's like they know the difference. But generally speaking, like, I obviously don't allow them to run rampant in the fields because that's someone's livelihood. And I keep it up in winter as best I can too, just because it's easier to enforce a rule that they already know than hold them accountable to Bailey, whatever you're eating. And I don't want to know what it is, to be clear, but no. There goes Nova, full of beans. See, and then you can see Nova Maggie. Iskra wants in on it. And as long as we watch, Like this is just zoomies, so it's fine. But things to keep an eye on, right? Is like when dogs get tired, they get snippier. Same as us, right? You get tired, you get more irritable. Same in dogs. But like now that they're like that, oh no, still healthy. And a lot of it is Iskra as a puppy, right? So she's still learning manners. Nova, I'd say, yeah, Nova's the oldest of the three of them. Oh, Tucker, no, thank you, sir. Hi, good girl, Iskra. And the other thing too that I keep an eye on is like making sure no one is setting up any ambushes. And I say that because I noticed Luna tried there. Because that's only fun for one of the two dogs. So I did have someone ask me if I take them to... Are we already at 11 minutes? How does this happen, guys? So I guess I'm covering one question. Is do I take my dogs to dog parks? Short answer, no. No. There are 3 kinds of dogs that you will never see at a dog park. You will never see any kind of therapy dog, seeing eye dog, anything like that. Even as puppies, they will not be at a dog park, period. You will never see like military trained, police trained, drug dogs. You won't ever see those at a dog park. And you won't ever see trainer dogs at a dog park. Now, I recommend to all my clients, and whether you follow the recommendation, and I'm not talking about that special dog park where you guys go and you're there with 2 of your friends and your dog play, and like, that's not what I'm talking about. Specifically in Ottawa, I avoid Bruce Pit. Conroy Pit can be okay, but I'm just not willing to risk it. Especially, like, I have an English Bull Terrier, right? It is really easy to hit the wrong note with them and then have a lot of training issues down the line. So I prefer to have my dogs on easy mode, which means if there's a situation that I can't control, you two, Luna and Cosmo, I do not know what is in that spot. I know it's gross. I know you all love it. It's not happening. And like I said, not all dog parks are equal, but the amount of calls I get because of incidences that have happened in Bruce Pit, that have happened in Conroy Pit, like, it's pretty much an obvious no for me. I'm just really not interested in exposing my dogs. That and like the sheer amount of different diseases you can pick up there because the concentration of dogs and people not picking up after their dogs and whatever else is a lot higher than anywhere else. Rowan, leave him be. Oh, she's looking. She knows it's that time. Good girl, go. She's so funny. And then we're back into the sun. I will take my dogs outside of dog parks to work on training with them. Like at Lansdowne, there's a fenced in one. I will say the people seem pretty good and on top of things, generally speaking, at that one. It's also very small and fenced in, so like you don't have a lot of options. Out! Thank you. Bailey, especially you. Nova, also you. You're not rolling in whatever it is. Bailey! Get a move on. Good girl. Still, but Archie's like, no, get away from me, you weirdo. Yeah, so places where people actually mind their dogs is better, right? Because again, you sort of, ideally you want a park where you can keep moving, right? You always want to be moving because it's when dogs are stuck in one place, Tucker, that they make bad choices because they're bored, right? So we want to keep moving. And honestly, like, so we're in Ottawa. There are so many other Jesus. Tucker. He's full of beans. Luna, you're done. Sorry, headphone users. Right now, Luna. No, you know better than that, and I know you know better than that. Sit. For the rest of this video, you are attached to me. No, you're fine, Tucker, even though you definitely instigated that, but she didn't have to bite. Or, not, she didn't. Sorry, she didn't bite. I meant, like, take the bait that he laid out. Anyways. Yeah, like, I'd rather take my dogs hiking. I'd rather be someplace. When I go someplace, I want to spend time with my dogs. And realistically speaking, some of you won't believe this. Others won't be too surprised. I'm not terribly social. Bailey! Bailey Bean! Thank you. So, like, if I am out for a walk with my dogs, generally speaking, I just want to be out on a walk with my dogs. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to socialize. I barely want to talk to Evan. Like, not your play, Ro. Good boy. Okay, let's not involve me. It's like, now it could be my play. That's gross, dude. Yeah, and I've made videos of me hiking with the dogs if you want to see what that looks like and like what rules I have in place for that. Like, generally speaking, will I have my dogs off leash? Depending on the area, yeah. In a conservation area, no, never for any reason do I have the dogs off leash. Like, that's protected environment, and dogs can be really destructive unintentionally, but they can. So absolutely, in a conservation area, 100% of the time are they on leash. Rowan, not your play. But it could be. I mean, yeah, he just stole it from Megs. And then other places, will I have them off leash? Sure. But my off leash rules mean they don't go very far from me at all. And they have 100% recall. Well, Kronk has 100% recall. Rowan still would be like on a long line, or an e-collar. Like, purely because he's a baby and he just doesn't know. And he needs that additional communication. Whereas Kronk is fine. I can call him off anything. Kids, out of the field. Kronk, you know better. Rowan. Oh, hi. Well, thank you. Let's go. Hi. Oh, you're fine. Oh, did you get a stick attached to you? Go on. You're fine. Good girl. Yeah. So, like, I'd much rather do that. And just building on-leash skills, because that's what I need for having dogs in the city, right? So I'd much rather spend my time doing that than going to a dog park where I don't know the other dogs. I don't know if the other owners keep up to date on their shots, or if their dog has something and they just haven't noticed. And I want to make sure for solidly at least, ideally their whole life, but at least the first 2 years of their lives, that they don't have a bad experience, that they don't get attacked by another dog, that they don't have to deal with an overly pushy dog, and learn things that I really don't want them to learn. I don't want them to learn to be reactive. I don't want them to learn to be aggressive. And those are learned things. And like, call me lazy if you want, but I really don't want to do the training involved to fix that in the long run. But also I want, like I say, I want their worlds to be as big as I can make them, take them in as many places as I can. And all that requires a lot of training that I just don't want ruined by some twit that doesn't know how to mind his own dog. Yeah, and rant. So, Do I even want to know what the time? I can't actually see what the time on the video is. I'm sure it's over 10 minutes. I'm sorry about that, guys. But we've come to the end. So, oh, big stretch. Look at that stack. Go get him, Ro. Where's your brother? Where's your brother? Yeah, so as always, if you have any questions about this or any of the video, you know what to do. If you have any requests, please post them in the comments below. To that end, if you have a second to like, comment, and subscribe, it's greatly appreciated. I sort of love the community we're building, and I'm enjoying it a lot. And yeah, I think that's everything. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal day, at least as much fun as Rowan. And we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.